zone.
What up, players? It's the morning after with Nick and Big J. Welcome to the end of another week, Big J.
Well, yeah.
Friday, November 21st, 2025. My name is Nick. There's Big J right over there. Another foggy Friday, another double F. Right in your pocket, dude. How does that make you feel?
How does it make me feel?
Yeah, like when you wake up and we leave our houses pretty early. When you walk outside and you just see it just blanketed in fog, does that like put you in any kind of mood? Are you like, oh, or do you not care?
Yeah, no, it's not always the best mood, to be honest with you.
It just makes you feel like, grumpy or something?
I mean, not grumpy, just like a pain in the ass.
Okay. Like I gotta be on my game when I'm driving into work.
Yes.
In case any deer dart out or any cars aren't paying any kind of attention. Got to watch out in the fog. So everybody drive carefully. God, I wish I knew somebody that was going to give me traffic reports today to tell me how important it is to pay attention during the fog.
Probably tell you to, hey, it's foggy out. It's going to take extra time today.
All right. I mean, I'll take that advice to heart only if it's somebody that I know and trust.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
It's me.
Oh, that's pretty
it's
cool,
me.
man.
I'm Mario.
It's me.
Traffic guy.
Traffic Mario. What was the name of your traffic persona for a while?
Throttle Man.
Throttle
But,
Man.
it would be, listen, I would have much more fun doing traffic if it was just for us. But there were other stations involved, and so, yeah, I've got to, be reasonable.
Well, now listen, if you want to have fun and do it, I can create different numbers just for the X for the mornings that you do it.
That's a
and
disaster
we can
waiting to
bring
happen.
we can bring in Throttle Man back, and maybe Gas Buddy can pop on and give a couple of words of advice as well.
God, we haven't talked to Gas Buddy in a long time.
Nobody cares about gas prices anymore. Now we're all worried about other important things.
We need Grocery Buddy.
Yeah, we do need Grocery Buddy. Which reminds me, I ran into your mother-in-law yesterday at the store, Big J.
Oh.
Yeah.
She wonderful.
It's just a treat. It was unexpected. She spotted me long before I spotted her, and it was very nice to say hi to her. And I wanted to wish her my best, both in person and on the radio, because it was a delightful surprise.
That is a delightful surprise.
And she's just a ball of energy, and it's always great when I can see her. And I forgot to text you when I got home. I wanted to, but I figured I'd save it for today.
Brilliant.
So that's all of our personal business taken care of. I mean, can we just wrap it up?
No, we got a whole show.
Yeah.
We got the Churro Brothers coming in here.
After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by the Idaho Snowmobile Show. It's going to be snowmobile weather before you know it. So join the X and Big J tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon, at the Ford Idaho Sports Center. That's right by the Ford Idaho Center for the Idaho Snowmobile Show. It starts today officially, the show, goes on through tomorrow. But it's an annual event that brings together snowmobile enthusiasts from around the region, and they have a ton of fun with their winter sports. Lots of showcases, including the latest snowmobiles, gear, accessories, as well as seminars and demonstrations, too. So you want to win some stuff from the X, you want to have some fun at the Snowmobile Show, join Big J tomorrow, 10 a.m. to noon at the Idaho Snowmobile Show. It'll be a guaranteed good time, Big J, correct?
Yeah.
So swing on by and have some fun. Big J, we're going to talk a lot about infectious diseases over the course of the program today.
Great.
I know. It's just the kind of stuff we want to talk about on a Friday. But never did I imagine I'd ever have to talk about this during the course of our show. But it is because the Idaho State Department of Agriculture, a pretty big program and government operation here in the state, Big J, has urged and made all organizers cancel any and all upcoming equine events and put a temporary halt to any kind of horse kind of like event or gathering for the foreseeable future. Why, Big J? Because
Why?
There are confirmed reports of equine herpes virus type 1, horse herpes, Big J.
Oh, no.
And it was linked to a recent competitive event in Texas and Oklahoma. And a bunch of Idaho ranchers made the trip down there to bring their horses, and it's not great. It's incredibly contagious among horses, and they're trying to control this outbreak that started. And so Idaho state veterinarians are like on call because apparently it's already affected a couple of horses, and they want to implement immediate kind of barriers to make sure this doesn't affect any more horses than it has to. It's incredibly contagious. It is potentially deadly, and it causes respiratory disease, basically a severe cases and neurological disease in some horses.
Yeah.
and the virus spreads easily through direct contact, and so they're trying to shut this thing down before it gets started here. But they are reaching out to all of the people because they have identified the horses that attended the competitive events in Texas and Oklahoma, and they're reaching out, asking them to come in for some treatment and making sure that the horses stay quarantined from other horses for almost a month before they can allow them to go back into Gen Pop, and they want to make sure they monitor them for some signs of illness. So who knew horse herpes was a thing? Who knew it could be so dangerous?
Yeah.
But now you do, because you listen to the morning after. Aren't you happy?
Yeah, absolutely.
I feel like it's important information. You never know. We talked about this a little bit yesterday, but it was a very big deal in Iowa as Major League Baseball is headed back to Dyersville for the Field of Dreams game. They have announced that it's going to be a regular thing. It kind of has been a one-off the last couple of years, but now they have said, listen, we want to make this a once-a-year kind of a thing for sure for the foreseeable future. This year, it's going to be the Phillies and the Twins. It's going to take place on August 13th of 2026. And this time, the stadium will be newly renovated. It's not just a movie set anymore. Netflix will broadcast the game as part of the growing partnership that we talked about yesterday. But it's going to seat a lot more people. It's going to feel more like a baseball stadium than less like a movie set. So it won't be nearly as intimate and probably nearly as cool as it once was because you're playing in this little field in the middle of nowhere, but it's a Major League Baseball team, you know?
Yeah.
But it's still going to have that, I guess, special kind of hinge to it. So you have that to look forward to if you're a baseball fan. The Field of Dreams game is happening, and it's not going to go anywhere. And we already know who the matchup is going to be. Big J, do you still have a subscription to Apple TV?
Yeah, I think we do.
I know what you're going to be watching soon. They announced an 8-episode unscripted cooking series titled The Unlikely Cook with Aquafina, Big J. Aquafina's getting her own cooking show. You're the biggest Aquafina fan I know. And the streaming service has not yet revealed a premiere date, but
the thing is, she doesn't know how to cook.
That's right. She says she's never been trusted around a kitchen. So she really doesn't know how this is going to go. But her family does operate a very successful Cantonese restaurant in New York City, so her family is very good at cooking things. I don't know if they'll be involved in this in any way, shape, or form and try to teach her. I mean, she's doing just fine without knowing how to cook. But they're bringing her back to Apple TV to give her own TV show, and it's a cooking show, Big J. This is right in your wheelhouse.
Yeah, I didn't know it was going to be a cooking show. I saw her on some social media, and I was like, oh, but she's doing a cooking thing. I didn't know it was going to be like a show.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I will check that out.
I know you're
right.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your first round of important stuff. It is the X Rocks. That's the Red Hot Chili Peppers. That is Give It Away here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. You are familiar with what a big deal football is down in Texas. Agree or disagree, Big J?
Yeah, football is Texas. Texas is football.
You probably don't know anything about Rice University, would be my guess, right?
Not intricately, no.
They are part of the American Athletic Conference. They're a private university located in Houston, Texas. They're where football is a pretty big deal. Houston, a very big city, right?
Mm-hmm.
Rice University has never really been a football powerhouse, but they're located in Texas, so they have, even though they play in the American Athletic Conference, the AAC, they have a gigantic stadium, right? Like, I mean, the stadium that they play football in dwarfs Bronco Stadium pretty significantly. They can seat 47,000 people in there at a sellout.
Damn.
Here's the issue with Rice University is they haven't been very good, right? And the university is a small private one. They only enroll about 9,000 students. So the stadium is much, much bigger than the amount of students that actually go to the university. And so they have been having a problem getting attendance at the football game. The team being bad for years hasn't helped, but for the first time in a long time, Rice University has the opportunity to go to a bowl game. They're sitting at 5-5, which is a much better record than people anticipated, and they have their home finale against North Texas this Saturday. Here's the problem, Big J. They want to make some home field advantage against the Mean Green, you understand?
Yeah.
They want to make sure Owls fans fill up the nest. Do you get it? And so they are doing some interesting promotions for Saturday's game in order to get past the about 20,000 fans that currently have tickets sold to this game. So it's going to be less than half full currently. They're looking to bump that up a little bit. And so, Big J, they're introducing everybody a chance to get some free beer. The kids get free Ben & Jerry's ice cream. Everybody that walks through the gates gets a $15 food truck voucher to make sure that you are going to the football game at Rice Stadium.
They're literally losing money to get you to come to the game.
And they want this to be, they want to go to that bowl game. They want that bowl game money is what it boils down to. They feel like the investment they're making in giving this stuff away would probably come back if they got money for a bowl game. And, maybe even turn some of that around a little bit because it's been a while since they played in one. So they're also having additional raffle prizes going on. I mean, they're really, really pushing it to try to make it.
They're all in on this game.
Their goal is to go over 30,000, which would be the season's largest crowd without a doubt for the final home game, and hopefully push them over the edge to see if the Rice Owls can go to a bowl game. So I don't know if we'll ever get that desperate here, where we have to start giving away free things to get people to go to Broncos games, but you never know.
That's generally against their tenets to give things away.
It's very true. Even information.
Yeah,
but
especially information.
We will see how it all shakes out and see if the plan works. But I guess it is a big deal down in Texas, even free beer and free ice cream. Now, it doesn't say how much. I'm guessing they probably cut you off. It's not unlimited free beer, right?
Right.
It's probably like one per half or maybe even a free beer singular. But still,
enough to get some alcoholics out there.
Saves you $17-$18, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's how much beer is now at these events. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your football update. Big J's got his song of the week. That's happening next on the X Rocks. It's the Foo Fighters. Times like these here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. Every single Friday, Big J picks a song for you to get you ready, pumped up, alive, rocking and rolling, and good to go for the weekend. First we find out the what, then we find out the why. Big J, what's your song this week?
Yeah, it's Apocalyptica's song featuring Corey Taylor, I'm Not Jesus.
Here comes Big J's song of the week on the X Rocks. Big J's song of the week, I'm Not Jesus by Apocalyptica and Corey Taylor. Big J, why are you picking a song about graphic child abuse as your song of the week?
Well, it's not so much necessarily the lyrical basis of the song, but Apocalyptica, yesterday, Nick, we were chit-chatting about the Smashing Pumpkins doing this residency in Chicago with the orchestra there, and about how cool strings are. And it's just like, we were so lucky. We've had Apocalyptica play a show here. They came in and did an awesome X session, and that song is off their album Worlds Collide, which is phenomenal. Because they've got guest artists like Corey Taylor, and you've got Till from Rammstein in there. You've
Brett
got
Smith
Adam
from Shinedown.
Yeah, Adam Gontier. So it's a remarkable album. If you haven't listened to it, you should check it out. But all of that is all cellos. It's not a guitar or anything. It's crazy.
I mean, we've been lucky enough to have Apocalyptic in here a couple of times. Once when they didn't have a singer, and once when they did, because they do all sorts of different stuff.
Yeah.
And it's just an amazing band that for a while there got the respect that they deserve, and then kind of just like faded away, which they're still out there doing stuff. It just bums me out that they're not.
I think part of the problem is the kid that they picked to be the singer wasn't very good. He won a contest, and I think it was just hard on them because people wanted to hear the songs from World Collide with the singer, and I think they felt pressure to have to provide a singer, and it's like not easy. Especially when they're trying to do some of the stuff that these other people that are on it are amazing vocalists. So that was a tough spot to put somebody in.
You're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. And then they did try to kind of do that again. If you remember, a couple years ago, they put out another album that had a bunch of guest singers on it. It just didn't hit as hard as Worlds Collide did. But we do love Apocalyptic.
We have not forgotten you.
No. Mostly because we like the way the band members say the band name. Remember?
Apocalyptica.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. Coming up in a few minutes, some important stuff, and we're also going to go to hell. It's next on the X Rocks.
Stuff.
Hey, what's going on in the news today?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff brought to you by Churro Bros. Dude, today, 9 o'clock, xrock.com. Be our guest to check out the brand new brick and mortar place for one of your favorite food trucks in the Treasure Valley. Churro Bros now has a location right off of 10 Mile in Meridian, off the exit. You go on in there and you can enjoy some delicious churros done the right way. We're talking family owned and operated. We're talking crispy on the outside, soft on the inside. You can stuff them with flavors of your choice. Then they got ice cream. You can have like a churro sundae, dude.
Damn.
Brownies, cake involved in there as well. Separately or all together. It's perfect for a sweet treat, and we're going to give you a chance to be our guest to check out Churro Bros. In Meridian, you can grab $50 for just $25 while supplies last at xrock.com. 9 o'clock today is when it goes live. We're going to have a visit in studio from the Churro Bros a little later on this morning as well.
Yeah, man.
Talk about the business and get you excited for it. But if you are somebody that loves dessert, check out Be Our Guest at xrock.com at 9 o'clock for some Churro Bros action. Big J, I promised you contagious disease talk, and you're going to get it, pal.
Great, thanks.
Brace yourself, because at least according to reports, this year's flu season is going to kick our ass.
I gotta go today. I'm gonna go get that vaccine.
The flu shot?
Yeah.
It's a dominant H3N2 virus. Now, that's way more severe than last year's H1N1 strain, and it spreads way more rapidly. So the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention said that basically this looks like it's going to be the worst flu season in years. They've already seen flu infections rising in 39 states, although rates are low currently. But they're telling you this because they've got evidence to support it's going to be brutal. Number one, it saw 7 mutations over the summer. That's making it really hard to dial down, but they think they've got it locked in, so they're advising you, much like Big J, get that flu shot as soon as you can for full protections to make sure you're good. Why should you? Well, because coming over from other parts of the country or the world, Britain experienced cases triple last year's number. With their flu season starting a full month earlier, Australia had the worst flu season in the history of the continent. So the CDC said, listen, last year's flu season was bad. It caused 38,000 deaths. This year, it could be triple that. So get protected. Protect yourself from the flu. The flu sucks. It's not fun. Nobody wants it. And help protect you and other people. But it's going to be a rough flu season either way, Big J. Prepare yourself.
Gross.
I know. It's not fun. It is not fun. If you've watched any and all the talking heads on sports over the week, I think by now you know Shedeur Sanders is going to start on Sunday for the Cleveland Browns. That's all anybody appears to be talking about. Most of it is latched on to the NFL draft drama back in April. And, of course, because he's Deion Sanders' kid. But Sanders is getting more than his fair share of media attention. But here's what makes it crazy. Like, this is why we have a problem in this country, Big J. For the first time in this season, the betting apps that you can use, the DraftKings of the world,
yeah,
they have more prop bets on Shedeur Sanders than any other player in the NFL this season. 11 different prop bets just on him. And there are things like how many touchdown passes will he score over under, how many on the ground, will he have 5 or more rushing yards in every quarter, a touchdown pass in every quarter. There's all sorts of crazy over under prop bets just for Shedeur Sanders himself, and that's probably why there's issues happening in this country. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of course, there's tons of opportunities for you to take advantage. Here's the weird thing. Because the NFL is cracking down on prop bets for it, there are no unders for these bets, okay? You have to bet over. So they're trying to stop things like, oh, everybody's betting on me, I'll play like crap and bet the under and go like that. So now,
you better overachieve, mother bleeper.
The NFL is trying to cut down on these betting shenanigans, so they're not letting you bet the under on anything anymore. You have to bet that somebody's going to perform well or not at all when it comes to some of these prop bets. So we'll see how this goes, but Shedeur Sanders is going to take the field, and there's going to be a lot of money on the kid, probably, which already seems like it's a problem. Big J, Paramount is a bunch of cowards. I'm calling them out. Because for a very long time, I don't think I was more excited about a project than when I heard they were going to make a live-action adaptation of The Last Ronin. Are you familiar with this at all?
Yeah, The Last Ronin.
Yes.
Yeah, Samurai.
No. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, The Last Ronin.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm in the wrong area.
Yeah. I mean, technically, it's kind of samurai-based, but a different angle altogether. Right. It's a wonderful adult-themed graphic novel. They were going to go for an R-rated version of this Last Ronin graphic novel, taking the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles kind of back to their roots, which they started in, which was an adult-themed comic book. And it's an amazing story. The really cool thing about The Last Ronin, which I can understand it could probably be ruined, but the beauty of it is, like, over the course of the story, all 3 of the 4 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles die, and there's only one left, and you don't know which one it is because he's seeking vengeance.
Awful.
Oh, it's fantastic. Why don't you like it? Why wouldn't you like it?
You can't start killing off Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
It's great. It's great.
No, I don't want to see, and also don't want to see them lop people's heads off, and I don't want to see that.
That's too bad. Well, you don't want to see the family versions either, because they made like 3 of them, and how many of them have you seen?
I would like them to make a good one.
Well, apparently the last animated one was really good, but you weren't interested in it because it was a cartoon.
Yeah, no thanks.
And so, like, I don't think we can make you happy with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles at this point. But
I love the first 2 movies.
The second one's awful. The Secret of the Ooze, good God. But they're basically putting that on the back burner, and they're going to reboot it yet again with a whole new story and a whole new set of things, a little bit more family friendly. So you're getting yet another, and if you're counting at home, this would be the 3rd family friendly reboot of the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in the last 5 years. So they're doing that instead. I don't know why they're keeping going back to that. Well, they're not making a ton of money on it, but I guess they have the property, so why not try to make
Well, you have to remember all the other stuff around it.
How do you mean?
Well, all the merchandise, all the action figures, all those things.
If it's a hit, people will buy it. But again, there are 2 movies in the hole now where nobody cared about any of the action figures or anything like that. And it didn't spin off into a Nickelodeon successful comic book like the one, or the cartoon like the one 3 reboots ago. So they've got some problems with those particular properties, and they were going to kind of take it in a totally different direction, but in the direction of the actual real comic book instead of the family version of it. I mean, until that movie that you're talking about, the original one, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles was never a family-friendly kind of a thing, ever.
I don't know. Seemed like the cartoon was pretty friendly.
But what I'm saying is that was based off of nothing of the comic book, I guess. They turned it all, it's completely a 180 from what the comic book always was when it started. But who knows? We'll see what happens this time around. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. Hey, guess what? We're going to go to hell. It's going to happen next on the X Rocks.
Oh man, we're going to hell.
Oh, you know they're both going to hell, right?
The Morning After with Nick and Big J on 100.3 The X Rocks.
Back to Clearwater, Florida for today's We're Going to Hell story, Big J. The second time this week we've been in Clearwater, Florida.
Damn, look out, man.
Yeah. And it all started with a mistake on Tuesday of this week, Big J. Olivia Merricks, who is 33 years old, made a rookie mistake, Big J, when she agreed to and then followed through with selling a small amount of cocaine to an undercover police officer.
Uh-oh.
That's against the law.
It's against the law.
Drugs are illegal. Especially those kind of drugs, right?
Yep.
So the police officer then documented that, and then they're like, hey, listen, why don't we use this particular, get together and this accident to put together a DEA raid and a drug raid at her house and see if we can uncover any other things. It's just a small bag of coke. Maybe she has a whole operation out of her house, right?
Right.
So on Tuesday, later that day, they kicked down the door of Olivia Merricks' house, and they put together a drug arrest. They arrest Olivia. Inside of her house, they find cocaine, marijuana, ecstasy, MDMA.
Sounds like Queens of the Stone Age, real good summer.
Feel good hit of the summer.
Feel good hit of the summer, yeah.
And they found that all during the search. So she was read her rights, and then she reportedly admitted that narcotic sales occurred at the home. And she had control of that particular home following the death of her grandfather, who passed away 10 years ago. So she turned basically her grandfather's old home into a drug den. You understand?
Yeah.
So then police are doing another search of the house, just making sure they check out other rooms and things like that. When they go into a room that's kind of off the side of the house, it's just filled with garbage, Big J. The room had no roof. It's falling in as a structure. It was just poor upkeep. You understand? And
the hoarder room.
Yeah, it looked really gross. There was trash and garbage everywhere. And they saw and heard some shuffling happening in that room. And so they're like, guns drawn. They're like, what the hell's going on? Is somebody in here? Come out with your hands up, etc.
There's a loose cat.
Nobody saw anything. Not quite, Big J. But that is when a very large tortoise poked his head out from the pile of garbage.
Oh, man.
The tortoise had been there, apparently was the grandfather's, had been there for the last 10 years, but it was obviously not taken care of. It was in a garbage room, in a room that didn't have any roof. They did not notice if there was no signs of food or water provided for the tortoise. But here's what they did find out, Big J. The tortoise was very aggressive, very big, It was a very large tortoise. They felt like it was probably 30, 40 years old, something like that, maybe even 50.
I mean, they get to be very old.
Yes, and very big. And this one in particular was angry. And so they had to call in animal control. And they're like, okay, listen, before we take this off to the Clearwater Marine Aquarium, let's make sure it's nourished correctly and it's got everything. And so they did some medical tests on it, Big J. You know it tested positive for cocaine, right?
No, cocaine tortoise?
We have cocaine tortoise, which is why it was so aggressive.
Oh,
it was all
man.
hopped up on coke. And don't know if that's what it was living on or what, but it seemed to be in pretty good health other than completely addicted to cocaine, which is not great.
How did it get so much cocaine?
I don't think it's a lot of cocaine. It just had cocaine, and it's probably residue from all the other stuff that it was on, I don't know. Doesn't seem like she kept a pretty clean house, so I'm guessing maybe cocaine would be spilled on the floor from time to time.
Poor
And maybe the tortoise would go over and just do himself a little turtle line. And then get all wired up and start snapping to people, and then she would throw it in the garbage room or something. I don't know. But we do have a cocaine tortoise. The tortoise is going to spend some time in the Humane Society in detox, essentially, getting him off the cocaine that the tortoise is addicted to, and then it'll eventually make his way to the Clearwater Marine Aquarium. But we have our first documented cocaine tortoise.
So what's the tagline for this movie? You can run, but you can't hide from cocaine tortoise.
Maybe. Something, there's got to be a shell pun in there somewhere, right?
Sure, yeah.
That you'll be able to work on for it.
A lot of turtle talk this morning.
Absolutely. We wouldn't have it any other way. If we're not talking turtles, we're talking infectious diseases. That's our Friday show. But yeah, so the cocaine tortoise is okay, just needs to wane itself off cocaine as quickly as possible. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There is your We're Going to Hell story. We're going to get somebody qualified for the X's Holiday Treasure. That's happening next on the X Rocks.
Naughty List to get you qualified for our holiday treasure on 100.3 The X Rocks.
All right, 208-287-1003 to qualify for the X's Holiday Treasure, presented by CBH Homes, by Mart, Skog Law. Big J, it's going to be a big giveaway party. December 15th, it's going down at Renegade Hotel in downtown Boise. We are going to be giving away $10,000. We want you to win your share of it and get an invite to be exclusively involved in the drawing, guaranteed. But if you want to get in on this action, you got to get qualified. 208-287-1003. Big J is going to point you in the direction of a famous rock person that has landed himself or herself on Santa's naughty list. You have to figure out who that person is by naming them. If you do so, boom, you are officially qualified. Big J, are you ready?
You betcha.
To the phones we go. Hello, the X.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Hi, who's this?
Vienna.
All right, Vienna, you are up first. Let's see if you can find out who is on Santa's naughty list. Good luck.
This rock star, this rock star finds his way on Santa's naughty list because for a very long time in his life, he would describe himself as a junkie, addicted to many different drugs. Sure, he's been sober for 21 years, but Santa holds a grudge. Seems kind of
Can I have the next clue?
Yeah. Back in the 90s, he was also arrested for indecent exposure for performing a concert in the nude. Showing your junk in public definitely lands you on Santa's list. How does he explain those actions to his elves? And last year, finally, the lead singer is on Santa's naughty list because it seems like every song he and his band write is about California. Like, Santa gets it. You're from California. You don't have to beat us over the head with it.
Vienna, what do you got?
I don't know. I don't know. I guess Alice in Chains. I don't know.
Is it Alice in Chains? No. It's not Alice in Chains, Vienna, but thank you for playing. Looking for a specific person, not necessarily a band, maybe something to keep in mind as well, but we will see how it goes. Hello, the X. Good morning. Hello. Hello? Hey, did you hear the clues?
No, I didn't.
Oh, I don't know if I buy that.
I could hear you hearing them. It's hard with them on there and the phone with us. I get it. I'll say them again to you. This rock star finds his way on Santa's naughty list because for a very long time in his life, he would describe himself as a junkie, addicted to many different drugs. Sure, he's been sober for 21 years, but Santa holds a grudge. Back in the 90s, he was also arrested for indecent exposure for performing a concert in the nude. Showing your junk in public definitely lands you on Santa's list. How does he explain those actions to his elves? And finally, the lead singer is on Santa's naughty list because it seems like every song he and his band write about is California. Like, Santa gets it. You're from California. You don't have to beat us over the head with it.
Hello? God bless America. From now on, if you're on your Bluetooth and we can barely hear you, we're just going to hang up on you. Because it's just a fool's errand.
A lot of stuff going on there.
Hello, the X.
Hey, good morning.
Hey, who's on Santa's naughty list?
I'm hoping it's Anthony Kiedis.
Is it Anthony
Nailed
Kiedis?
it.
It is Anthony
Yeah!
Kiedis. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
Who's this?
Hey, this is Stephanie.
Stephanie, congratulations. You're officially qualified for the X's Holiday Treasure. Please hang on one second, and we will make sure that you have all the details to join us at the big giveaway party at Renegade Hotel on December 15th. We're very excited for that as well.
Very fancy hotel.
Indeed. Do not know why they're allowing us through the gates, but that's really cool.
They don't know what they've done.
That's very true. So it's going to be a whole lot of fun, and we'll give you another opportunity to get qualified on Monday. Way to go, Stephanie. Very proud of you. And yes, Anthony Kiedis on the naughty list, Big J. Not much you can do about it.
No, Anthony Kiedis.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. Some important stuff next on the X Rocks.
Important stuff. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Important stuff is brought to you by T-Mazda and the Pre-Owned Superstore. Getting financed at T-Mazda even easier now than ever. You got a website called GoTeamCredit.com. Check it out. Everybody gets pre-approved, not a single effect on your credit. So log on to GoTeamCredit.com today and get rocking and rolling into a new car of your choice. Big J, things are expensive right now.
Oh, yeah.
It is difficult to make ends meet. It is tough to purchase things, and we've got Christmas looking us right in the eye. And it's just giving us the death stare. It's locked in, you know what I mean? Mm-hmm. And it's going,
like, you gonna buy something?
You gotta buy stuff. I mean, there's something you gotta buy for somebody. What's it gonna be, bro? What's it gonna be? And so 31% of Americans are already, like, defeated into the process. They're like, listen, if I'm gonna make Christmas happen in 2025, some of that's got to go on the credit card. So we are actively understanding that we're going to have to add to our debt if we're going to make it through the 2025 holiday season, according to a Talker research study of 20,000 Americans here in the United States. The study revealed that there's a widespread financial strain, and nobody likes talking about it, but 65% of people say, listen, even if it wasn't Christmas time, it was going to be tough to make ends meet this year as we kind of slow things down towards the end of things and the holidays get happening. But then you add in holiday spending, and it's like Mayday. That's not great. 64% of us have already overspent what we have expected to spend for the holiday season, and we still have almost a full month before we hit Christmas. So Americans right now are cutting down on restaurant visits. They're reducing their saving contributions. They're limiting their grocery purchases. They're trying to fund their holiday expenses. But even though in spite of that stuff, they're still going to have to probably throw some of that on a credit card to get through the holiday season. That's a bummer, Big J.
Yeah, big time.
When you know there's no way I can do this without getting something on a high-interest credit card, it's not great. But I don't think you see things changing anytime soon, do you?
No, not really.
Yeah, so that's where it's even more bleak. But best of luck to you if you can cut corners however you can for the holiday season, but try to avoid putting it on the credit card if at all possible. Big J, your Boise State Broncos have the final regular season game of the year at Albertson Stadium tomorrow afternoon/evening. 5 p.m. kickoff for the homecoming game, or senior night, I should say, against Colorado State. The Rams come in 2-8, 1-5 in the Mountain West. Boise State on a losing streak and has not looked good the last couple of games. They're 6-4, 4-2 in the Mountain West. Basically, I mean, they need a miracle in order to get into the Mountain West championship game. So they're already bowl eligible, but they're looking at a pretty crappy bowl. 7 wins. Still, they're looking at like the Arizona Bowl or something in that particular range for this particular season if they can make it. Still no Maddox Mason. Maddox is not gonna make it into the game. So we've got quarterback issues and offensive problems, and we got a home game, Big J, where it's supposed to be about 53 degrees, 5 p.m. kickoff on FS1. We need a Big J final score prediction, please.
Yeah, let's go Broncos 28 and the Colorado State, whatever the hell
Rams.
they're called.
They're the Rams.
Yeah, the Rams. Let's go 21.
Okay.
So Broncos by 7.
So you like the Rams to cover. The spread is Boise State by 16.5. So Big J says Colorado State covers, but Boise State wins.
Listen, the Broncos are limping big time. Injuries, everything. So I don't know. I hope they win. That's what I'm hoping.
You just want a straight up money line win.
Yeah.
Never mind the spread.
I don't think I'm just, this is me thinking that they might not win. I'm just trying to be positive here.
So we will see FS1 tomorrow, 5 p.m. kickoff for the Broncos on the Blue. A 1939 copy of Superman #1 sold for $9.12 million at an auction yesterday. That sets a new record for the most expensive comic book ever sold. The sale surpassed the previous 2024 record when an Action Comics #1 sold for $6 million. Three brothers discovered the comic in their late mother's attic inside of a box of yellow newspaper clippings. The mom apparently had purchased the comic at age 9 during the Depression in San Francisco and told her son for years that she had a couple of rare comics somewhere up in the attic, but couldn't remember where they were. The 86-year-old comic received a 9.0 out of 10 grade from the Guarantee Company for its near pristine condition, and the brothers found the comic earlier this year while going through their mom's house, which basically, they hadn't touched since her death. She passed away because of COVID, and so now they've got all this money coming their way. That's what I mean, man. You got to go through everything. You never know what's up in an attic somewhere because it could be worth millions upon millions upon millions of dollars, dude. It's crazy, but good for them.
Yeah.
Good for the kids for
But I
finding it.
wonder how many people go through this, Nick, and they go, listen, we got to do this. We got to go through. And they're going through all this stuff, and they're just trying to find out, is this worth anything? Is this worth anything? And just the ultimate, nope, this isn't worth anything.
Right.
This isn't worth it.
Yeah.
It's pretty rare to actually find that one thing.
It's not like you can, contract Antique Roadshow to come by and go through your attic with you.
But I'll tell you what, Google Lens is a good starting. At least that's going to get you in a neighborhood of is this worth anything? Because it'll say, hey, this is important. It'll let you know.
But, part of it, too, is sometimes this process is so emotional and it just gets exhausting as you're going through box after box and you see a bunch of stuff and then you don't know where the hell you're going to find something. And maybe sometimes you give up. I can understand how it could be a frustrating process for sure. But we have faith in you. Keep stuff in your attic. You never know. Never throw anything away. We've been telling you that for years.
Yeah, your attic is your best safety deposit box.
Become a hoarder. Never throw anything away. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There's your important stuff. We got your Pop Culture Smackdown next on the X.
Here. Pop Culture Smackdown. On the Morning After with Nick and Big J.
Yeah, let's hook it up, man. Huge-ass show happening at the Rev Center next Saturday. Trivium, Ascend Above the Ashes Tour, Harriet, and then Ginger opening up. Oh, it's going to be great. And then, of course, our friends in Trivium will be here. So you want to be a part of that show, you can do that pretty easily here. Get on the horn and play some Pop Culture Smackdown. Defeat me. The tickets are yours.
All right. The phone number is 208-287-1003 if you'd like to play. The catch, of course, being you got to know a little bit about the world of popular culture. If you can nail that down and hope Big J misses his question, then boom, you are officially going to the show. Let's get ourselves a contestant. Hello, the X.
Hey.
What's up, man? What's your name?
Mike.
All right, Mike, you're up first. Mike, what kind of animals are the iconic cartoons Tom and Jerry?
Mouse and cat.
Yeah, that's right. Right. Big J, what iconic television show began with the words, "There is nothing wrong with your television set"?
Let's go with The Twilight Zone.
You're in the right area. Wrong. But no, unfortunately, that's incorrect. Along those lines, another show that was like The Twilight Zone that aired in that kind of era, like an anthology kind of a thing. You'll know it when you hear it.
Yeah, I know.
They remade it on Showtime like 20 years ago, and it was awful. Nothing?
No.
Mike, you win. Do you happen to know the answer no matter what?
I don't.
The Outer Limits.
Oh, okay.
The Outer Limits is the right answer.
I never watched it.
Well, that's a problem. Good job, man. Hang on 1 second. We got your Trivium tickets coming your way. Hold tight. Morning After with Nick and Big J. In a few minutes, we're going to talk about all things cool happening at the Comedy Lounge. That's next on the X, right? That's the latest from the Foo Fighters asking for a friend here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J. It is Friday. There is always something happening at the Comedy Lounge here in the Treasure Valley, which is why we catch up with some of our favorite people to talk about all the goings-ons. And Coral is joining us in studio this morning to talk about things. Hi, Coral.
Good morning. Hi.
How are you?
Yay!
You good?
I'm good. I'm
Nice.
good. I'm still waking up a little bit,
That's
so
all right.
hopefully my voice doesn't go out on me. But
No, you're good. You're good. But I imagine as we get ready for the holidays and we get ready for the big Thanksgiving week next week, there's a lot of stuff going on at the lounge, right?
oh, so much stuff. I'm actually going to start with Wednesday, the day before Thanksgiving, and work my way backwards because we have so many things going on. So Wednesday, we have local comic Austin Von Johnson headlining his first show in the Treasure Valley. So it's going to be really, really good. If you've seen his improv work and if you've seen his stand-up, it's going to be all of it to get like it. He's ridiculous, and it's like watching ADHD just like splattered on a canvas.
Yeah.
It's going to be great. So doors open at 6, show starts at 7 this coming Wednesday. And then after that, we have a no-cover Boise Rockyoke from 9 to midnight. And if you don't know what that is, it is live band karaoke. It's headlined by Chris Cullinan. Him and his very musically talented friends play live music while you get to sing along. And it is no singer left behind. So if you're a little slow, a little fast, they make up the rest to like make sure that you sound good. One of my favorite groups to play with, and they're so much fun. So like definitely come down. We're doing some food drives. It'll be Friendsgiving as well, so bring a side to share if you want. And then moving backwards, Friday and Saturday, we've got Mike Favorman in town. But before we get over to that, we also have a late show, which is an improv show. It's a new concept. It's Take Me to Church. So it's kind of a blasphemous look on a church sermon. And it's all going to be improv. There's going to be music. There's going to be improv. It's going to be all over the place.
All right.
Sounds weird.
It's going to be weird. Yeah, that's for sure. I guarantee that. And then we've got Mike Favorman. So he's got shows tonight and tomorrow night. Doors at 6, show at 7. And I'm going to pass the mic off onto him.
Hi, Mike.
Hi, guys.
Hey,
Good
welcome
to be
back.
back. Nice to see you both. You look handsome as heck.
Aw, thanks,
Both
Mike.
of you.
This is why you're one of our favorite
Oh,
people
yeah.
to have in studio.
You
You
already
always
know.
compliment
You
us.
lie.
But
You lie so well.
it's good to see you again. It's been a while since you've come through town, but man, it's always great to see you because you do try to make a point to make it to the Treasure Valley every once in a while.
I love
And that's
it here.
awesome. Yeah, it's got to be
I
like
love
a
it
home
here,
away from
yeah.
home, right?
So many young, beautiful women and great food.
Yeah, yeah.
Man, last night I went and got a big fat steak
Yeah.
at Texas Roadhouse or whatever it's called. And the price of the steak was so low. I thought they were kidding with me. Because I live in Vegas. You get a steak like that, it's going to be like $75. It was
Yeah.
like $25, man. I pigged out and just cried later in my hotel room.
Hopefully you grabbed some extra rolls in the cinnamon butter, man.
The cinnamon butter. Are
best.
you kidding me? I put that all over my body that night.
Yeah.
Nice. Well, it's a night well spent
And
then. but-
locked that hotel room.
That's why you're glistening right now.
Yeah, you look great too, by the way.
Thank you.
But Mike, you last time we were coming through, we love to talk about the connection with you and food. It's been a huge part of your career so far, and I imagine that's the love and a passion that doesn't really go away. You still do a lot of stuff with it, right?
I do some shows still, but it's you know what it is? It's I figured out that making other people happy through food and laughter is really the best way for me to live my life, because I enjoy other people watching the fruits of my labor, and comedy and cooking are the two things that really kind of fill me up. Yeah,
And
I
it's,
love it.
as we come into Thanksgiving too. I mean, like that's kind of like how we grew up as kids, family. You always had like the crazy uncle or something that was fun.
Oh, yeah.
And then the food was always a part of it. So that has a lot of foundations when it comes to just, family stuff.
It's always in the kitchen. Everyone comes in the kitchen. That's where the family and the love and the memories derive from.
And the trauma.
And the trauma. Oh yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's got everything.
There's always a crazy person at the table. You know what I mean? You just gotta watch out for.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but I just love it, man. Just putting good meals together and bringing memories. I mean, that's what life's all about, isn't it?
Well, I mean, it lends itself really well to the comedy side of things because in the kitchen, you have to think on your toes. You have to be on top of stuff. But also, things can go wrong so quickly that you have to kind of be on your game and make sure you're ready to go, right?
And improv and audibles. And yeah, I mean, when it comes to cooking, I did never really look at recipes. It's just like, what do I think would be good together? And yeah, sometimes I have some near misses, but
or destroys the
kitchen. But overall, it's like I know it tastes good and how to cook it and what needs to be in it. And overall, man, it's just it's heaven. It's like a little slice of heaven.
You know, you're not officially a chef, but you might as well be a chef.
Oh, no, I was
you
a
totally
chef.
okay?
I
yeah,
was
so
back in the day.
How dare you?
My apologies. I didn't mean to insult you. But you've done it for a really long time. Where does that love come from? Is it always a big part of your life, or?
So basically, my parents both sucked at cooking.
Okay.
And I'm like, there's got to be something better than this. So I started kind of playing with food and just realizing, hey, man, this is, I could put some good stuff together and not need my parents. And then I used to cook for them, and they'd be like, hey, what the hell's, this is called food, guys. my mom, one time, she made a tuna casserole, and we were trying to be nice, and we told her it was great. And then she made that 58 times, and it's still in our freezer from 1992.
Oh, man.
I mean, it's just terrible. They were awful at cooking. So.
Mike Favorman joins us. He is at the Comedy Lounge tonight and tomorrow night. You can grab your tickets at loungeboise.com to make sure you are good to go. Mike, we were chatting off air before you came in. There's a new puppy in your life. You already have a dog. You are keeping things busy. I imagine that makes the household pretty insane, right?
Oh, especially holidays.
Yeah.
The extra little love. I mean, this guy is like the size of a hand. And the cutest little guy is a dachshund, is a Doppel long hair boy. And, man, I can't believe how much love and energy from a puppy. You know what I mean? So it's going to be a good holidays, guys. Food, puppy, football, and naps.
That's right. That's right.
On repeat.
So for us, it always gets nervous when we bring in a new pet and there's already pets there. Are they going to get along? What happens?
Yeah.
How's that going with the older
The cat's
dog?
freaking out, man. The cat has vomited 92 times. He's bugging out, man. And I kind of like it because he sits at the edge of at the end of the bed like, what is it? But the puppy surprisingly is smart enough to not go near it. I think it's that stink eye.
Yeah.
The cat's like, and the puppy's like, I think I'm good with that thing over there in the corner. But and then we have a German Shepherd too, and she just constantly sniffs and checks out what he's doing. But my lady sent me a video today, and they was totally playing running up and down the hallway. So so far it's been a really cool transition. I don't know what it is about dogs, but as soon as they come into lives and families, it just seems to gel.
Yeah.
They're the glue. So it's so far so great, man.
Well, and it's that puppy energy. It's a whole. It's like having a little baby around, and you have to teach them and keep an eye on them, and so you forget how exhausting it can be sometimes too.
But
to
also,
have a dog.
The cool part is he already took a nap with me, on top of me, so he's gonna fit in just great at my house.
Perfect. We want you to check out Mike at the Comedy Lounge tonight or tomorrow, whichever one fits in your schedule. Grab your tickets at loungeboise.com. But we also want to make sure people hit you up on the socials. Mike, what's the best place to do that?
So at Mike Favorman on Instagram and YouTube, Mike Favorman. Just put my name in; it's everywhere.
Yeah.
But just want to let people know my comedy is a little not raunchy, but on the edge. So if you're sensitive, don't show up.
That's all right.
But if you like good, funny comedy with good punchlines, well-written jokes, be there.
Let her rip, buddy.
Yeah.
Mike, that's why we get along so well.
Yeah, I know.
mean, that's exactly why. So go check out Mike tonight, tomorrow night at the Comedy Lounge, loungeboise.com. Thank you for coming and getting up early, Coral. Always great to see you. Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Of course.
Morning After with Nick and Big J. We got Churro Bros next on the X. Morning After with Nick and Big J. It is Friday. We've been talking about it. It's your opportunity to be our guest, to check out Churro Bros in Meridian right now at xrock.com. And it's an honor and privilege to welcome into the studio Trenton and Nathan with Churro Bros. Hey, guys.
How are you doing?
Very good. Very good.
Yeah,
Thank you for
welcome.
getting up early and coming in and talking about the place. So I love to hear the origin story. The food truck had been around for a while, but now you guys have a brick and mortar. What was the decision-making process to hey, let's make a home for this?
So we had a lot of people. We ran the food truck for 5 years. We've had a lot of people ask where we were at, where you park. Well, we didn't park. We really just did a lot of events. And so with that demand and doing a lot of churros events, we decided to put in a brick and mortar.
Nice.
Yeah, it just made sense to go for it with all the messages we were getting, and people were really excited to do it. So.
And you got a beautiful location. It's a brand new place that they just kind of built up there off of the freeway in Meridian. And so I imagine it's a great opportunity for you to really mold it and kind of make it your own and whatever you want to do with it, right?
Yeah, it was really nice. We didn't have to, this is our own business, so we didn't have any models that we had to go after for, other franchisees that they have to deal with. And so it was really nice that we could kind of mold it to what we wanted.
Churros, I want to say, probably popular, but maybe something not a lot of people think of, like, I'm going to have a whole restaurant full with churros. So what was it like? Okay, you had the truck, but you're like, okay, we need to add some other things here for a brick and mortar. Or did you just think, let's just rip it the way we have it in the truck?
So we duplicated the truck, but we added more items that we could sell, more fillings, more ice cream flavors. But we also added my daughter. Natalie bakes cakes. We have her cakes and her brownies in there too. So we have more items that people could get besides churros. So if you're coming in and you want something besides a churro, you want a piece of cake with ice cream or a brownie with ice cream, we have that as well.
Yeah, it's like a churro mad scientist, kind of like that's what the whole lab would look like with all this stuff. It's yummy, man.
Oh, yeah.
So I've been looking forward to this interview because I'm a fan, and I went in on Wednesday because I hadn't been into the place yet. I've been to the food truck a couple times because you're right by my house. So went in on Wednesday, and I promised I would ask this question. Why do you open up at 10:16? What is the story behind those hours, and why is it so special?
Awesome. Yeah, so this is a family business, and it's actually really fun. So I have 4 siblings. So me and my 4 siblings, my mom and my parents' anniversary are all on the 16th of a different month.
Okay.
And so it's kind of just our family number, and we call ourselves the Sweet 16. So
that's really sweet.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That's really awesome.
Yeah.
So, of course, I'm going to have to ask a hard question. It's like picking out a favorite kid. One menu item that you recommend, because there's so many to choose from, so many different fillings that you can have. What's your favorite thing to order at Churro Bros?
I can go. Yeah. My favorite thing is the bro. That's something we just created this year. It's your choice of a scoop of ice cream with a filled churro in the cup. And my go-to is cookies and cream with caramel caribou ice cream, filled with Bavarian cream and dulce de leche.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, man. That's like very rich. Good stuff. Good choice. Do you have any of your favorites?
So, besides my daughter's German chocolate cake, mine is the Bavarian filled churro. Yeah, just a filled churro is awesome. It's quick and easy, and it's awesome. It's heaven.
It's a delicious place to go if you like your desserts fresh, if you like lots of options, if you'd like to customize it. Churro Bros is the place to be, and they're finally open. They're right off of the 10-mile exit in Meridian, so make sure you check them out. Be our guest. You can grab $50 for $25 while supplies last at xrock.com. And, guys, thank you very much for coming in and telling your story. We appreciate it.
Yeah, appreciate
awesome.
it. Thanks, guys.
Thanks for having us.
Yeah, howdy. Let's get you something nice here for doing bad impressions today. How about that? We got ourselves some tickets for you to go see Trivium, Ginger, and Harriet. The Ascend Above the Ashes tour, Saturday, November 29th, so about a week and a day from right now. Or I guess it's more than a week.
No.
Okay.
It's a week from tomorrow. You're right.
Yes, thank you. All right. So, hey, you solve bad impressions here today, and these tickets are yours. I'll be okay, I promise.
Okay, you sure?
Yes.
208-287-1003 is our phone number if you'd like to play. Here's the catch. You got to figure out who Big J's trying to be with bad impressions in order to claim the prize. You're going to get 3 clues. They're all going to point you in the direction of somebody that's pretty famous.
Yep, famous, man.
And if you can figure out who that is in 3 clues or less, then this prize is yours. You have claimed it. You have climbed the top of the bad impressions mountain, and you've made a highlight. Hello, the X.
What's going on?
How you doing, buddy? What's your name?
It's Dustin.
Dustin, you're up first. Good luck.
All right. I guess over the years, I've been noted as being difficult to work with. I mean, they pretty much kicked me off the TV show Community.
Next one.
I was way into physical comedy during my time on SNL. I fell down a lot.
Next one.
Those are tough ones. I've had a great run of comedy movies like the Fletch movies, but nothing comes close to old Clark W. Griswold, and it's almost Christmas vacation time.
Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase is right.
Nailed it, my friend. Hang on 1 second. We'll hook you up with those Trivium tickets. Well done. Why is Chevy Chase in the news?
Well, there is going to be a new documentary. CNN will premiere that, and it'll be on January 1st. It's called I'm Chevy Chase, and You're Not. And it will follow his path from Saturday Night Live to a series of classic comedies. I'm going to guess The Vacation is probably one of those, and the Fletch movies. The trailer features interviews with Dan Aykroyd, Goldie Hawn, and Martin Short. Director Marna Zenovich said she aimed to uncover the real person behind the guarded and conflicted man we've always seen on camera.
Yeah, there's no way we get the real story about Chevy Chase.
Got to be some real story in there somewhere.
I mean, maybe a little bit, but I mean, you talk to anybody that's worked with him, and they talk about what a horrible human being he is. And so I don't think he would give the green light on a documentary like that. But maybe I'm wrong. Maybe we'll see. But I mean, you remember the voicemails being played, in the Dan Harmon world, and that was never a good look.
Yeah, no.
And so there's a lot of bad things that are surrounding that guy. But listen, one of our greatest comedic actors. There's no doubt about his talent.
They're tortured people.
Yes.
And so they do torturous things to other people.
Yes. He sounds like he would be a terrible person to work with, but I love some of his movies, man. And I don't have to work with him, so I can push things like that out of my mind.
Not today.
Not today.
Probably not ever.
Nah. Morning After with Nick and Big J. There are your bad impressions. We've got to wrap up the show, so we'll do it next on the X Rocks.
When it comes to
call that a tag team. That is Aerosmith and Youngblood, My Only Angel, here on the Morning After with Nick and Big J, wrapping things up for this Friday. A busy one around here. Thank you to the Churro Bros for coming in, talking about Be Our Guest. There are some still available for you to check out. If you want to check out Churro Bros, you've never been before, throw down 25, we'll give you 50. Just click the Be Our Guest link right there on the front page of xrock.com. It'll take you where you need to go, and you'll get these wonderful things just in time for the holidays, some great desserts. Maybe treat the family if they're coming in from out of town. There's lots of different things you can check out at Churro Bros. It's delicious. Special thank you to Coral and Mike Favorman for coming in. He is going to be at the Comedy Lounge tonight and tomorrow night. You can grab your tickets to go check him out, happening at loungeboise.com. We encourage you to do exactly that. Got somebody qualified, a very excited Stephanie, for the X's Holiday Treasure, Big J.
Yeah.
That was pretty awesome. We'll give you another chance on Monday to get qualified for that, as we're giving away $10,000. We want you to be a part of it. And a friendly reminder, Big J going to be out and about this Saturday, 10 a.m. to noon at the Ford Idaho Sports Center for the Idaho Snowmobile Show. It starts today, goes through tomorrow. Big J going to be out there broadcasting live 10 to noon. So if you're a snowmobiler or you just want to grab some free stuff from the X-Rock stock, swing on by tomorrow morning and be a part of the Idaho Snowmobile Show with Big J and the X. And that does leave you with the floor, sir.
Hey, today's special birthday, Goldie Hawn, Nick, 80 years old.
Happy 80th, Goldie Hawn. I'm going to ask it. Favorite Goldie Hawn movie, Big J? Yeah, it's a great answer. It's a great answer.
It's a lot of fun. Man, that was some pretty good times, like Wildcats, Overboard.
Private Benjamin.
Yeah, and Bird on a Wire.
Bird on a Wire.
Mel Gibson.
Nice. None of her later stuff? You didn't like First Wives Club or anything like that?
I don't think I saw that.
Really? So then you definitely didn't see the second First Wives Club, right?
No.
You're not.
There's a second one?
I'm almost positive they made a sequel to it. I could be wrong, though. That's going to do it for us. Have a wonderful weekend. We will see you all on Monday. Jason Drew's up next. It's the X Rocks.
Hey,